Hi, my name is Samis Fashion House. Welcome back to my channel. Please like, share and subscribe if you love this video. Alright, today we're going to be making this lovely gown with ruffles and ruffle sleeves with this broad detail. So just follow me as we do this project together. So now I'm going to be cutting out my off shoulder pattern. I've drafted the pattern already, so I'm just going to be cutting out the off shoulder pattern. So I'm going to be adding ½ inch seam allowance around the inner side of it, and then about 2 inches seam allowance at the side. So I'm going to be adding 0.5 seam allowance all round, and once I'm done with that, I'm going to cut it out. Note that there will be no seam allowance up there. It's just at the side, just to join the side seam allowance 2 inches, and then for the inside we're going to be taking 0.5, that's ½ inch seam allowance to join the darts, the bust here. So when we are done with that, we're going to cut it out. Pardon me, the camera, didn't know the camera shifted, so the center front is not really shown, but you can see the side panel, side piece of the front. So I'm cutting it out right now after adding 0.5 inch seam allowance inside and then 2 inches by the side. So I'm cutting it out. You can see that there's no seam allowance. I did not add any seam allowance at the armhole. I just cut it out exactly with the pattern. I just added 2 inches by the side for seam allowance, and then inside at the dart point place I've added 0.5 seam allowance to join the darts. Alright, so at this point we are going to be notching our bust, under bust points, the bust line and the chest line. This is to enable us to join the fabric without having difficulties while we are sewing. It gives us direction. I cannot overemphasize the importance of notching. You just need to notch, especially if you're sewing a bust here. It is expedient and important that you notch. So just go ahead and notch all the points, your under bust, your chest line, your bust line. Just notch it all around, both at the center piece and the side pieces. Just notch it down. So this is what it looks like after you've notched it around. This is what it looks like. Your center piece is ready. So moving on, we're going to draft the back borders. I've already placed the pattern on my fabric, and I'm just going to add all the allowances. The zipper allowance, I'm using 1.5 inch. At the side allowance, I'm using 2 inches. At the zipper allowance, I'm using 1.5 inches. And then there is no, of course, there's no allowance at the neckline and the armhole. No allowance there. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out. I'm just going to go ahead and cut out the fabric like so. It's important to add enough zipper allowance, so I'm using 1.5 inch and of course 2 inches at the side for the joining. So while you're cutting, you can notice that I used a princess cut here. That's how I wanted the back to be, the princess cut for the darts at the back. So you can go ahead and use a normal dart cut, but I prefer to use a princess cut. So that's just it. I'm going to cut it out and then add maybe 1/4 of an inch to your dart line. Add it there so that you can have enough fabric to join the darts back. Just add allowance. So that's it basically for our back borders. Actually, I'm going to be explaining how I achieved this back borders. I'm going to explain that in another tutorial. For those of us who doesn't know how to draft princess back borders, I'm going to be explaining that in my next video. So just do that and then cut it out. You cut it out, you cut it out, you cut it out. And then your back is ready for sewing. Your back piece is already for sewing. So this is what our back looks like. So now we are going to be drafting the yoke. The dress is going to have a yoke. That's what my client wants. So I'm going to be adding 1 inch down allowance for the yoke. You can use half of an inch or 1.5 inch as the case may be, but it's good to have enough fabric just in case. So I'm going to be using 1 inch, so down there, just to join the yoke to the main front border. So I'm going to mark that 1 inch round and then I'll cut it. At the neckline, of course, there are no inches. At the shoulder, no allowances rather. So just at the base there, so just add 1 inch or 0.5 inch and cut it out like so. So once you've cut that out, your yoke is ready to be attached. Although I'm going to be replacing this yoke with a net, I'm going to be replacing the yoke with a net. So I'm not going to be using this fabric, but it's just like a pattern also for me. I'm going to be replacing it with a net. So our yoke is ready. Now recall that the pattern is not on fold, but the fabric is on fold. The pattern is not on fold, but the fabric is on fold. So endeavor to put your fabric on fold before you cut it out. I'm going to explain that when I'm showing you a video of how to cut a yoke and front bodice. So this is your yoke. So the next thing we're going to be doing now is to draft our basic skirts. So we're going to be drafting our basic skirts. Now at the waistline, I divided my waist by 4, and I impute the value and added 2 inches seam allowance at the waistline. Then at the hip line, I also took my hip. My hip is 40 divided by 4, that's 10, plus 2 inches seam allowance, that's 12 inches. And then at the knee line, I came down and I used 9 inches, minus 1 inch from the hip line. You minus 1 inch from the hip line, and then that becomes your knee circumference. So I'm just going to impute the knee circumference there. 9 plus 2 inches seam allowance, that's 9 plus 2 inches seam allowance, that's 11 inches at the knee level. So that's 11 inches. I'm going to take it all the way down. Take it all the way down. So now moving on, we're going to, at the back borders, the back of the skirt, I'm going to be doing some manipulations there just to bring it out, that curvy nature. My client is very curvy, so I'm going to be doing some this in there. So I'm going to be adding 3 inches at the hip line. I'm going to be going out by 3 inches at the hip line, and then at the waistline I'm going to be adding 1.5 inch for my zipper, and then at the knee line I'm going to be using 1 inch for the joining there. So moving on to the ruffles in the cloth, just get your organza, cut out strips, bend it and join them and turn them out like so, and then cut out a circle or a semicircle, and then start pleating it all around like so. Draw a spiral. I'm going to be giving a detailed video actually on how to make this. This is the finished look of the dress. Although I'm not wearing it on a proper mannequin, however it's a finished look. So please kindly like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.